Okay, hello. So today I'm going to be playing some World at War. I don't know if I put, DE underscore throwback in the title or whatever. This is just more of a direct message to Schlatt and people, struggling in his similar situation. If you don't watch Schlatt, this is the reason. The reason I make a lot of these, throwback videos, is because of his weekly slap series. I've been, watching a lot of those here recently, and they've definitely been helping me through some tough times and stuff. And today he put out a very depressing video. It's Friday. I'm recording this on Friday, actually not on a Monday. I usually record these on a Monday to like start the week, but I felt strongly about this, so I wanted to make this now, as opposed to later, because I really wanted to put my opinion out there. And just to let you know, no, I don't want to put my opinion out there because I'm looking to, clout jump or do any of that BS, use someone else's name for views or blah, 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 their situation. Because I wouldn't want to use, such a dicey thing that someone else is going through, especially someone that I look up to try and get views when I only get like 10 to 20, which, even this is probably going to get 10 to 20 views. And that's fine. I don't really care how many views it gets. I just want, I just feel the same way in a lot of ways. Um, and so I guess I'll start this off with saying, one second, I gotta find a fucking match, bro. I can't find one. I don't want to go. I already got kicked out of this one just a second ago because I wasn't crouching. People who crouch in this are losers, by the way. Just by default, you're a loser. Just had to let you know. But starting with the what started off his year as a shitty year is what he said is basically he moved to Texas, which I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of moving, especially like if you're moving somewhere that's like, not LA, in order to be able to work with people that you can create content with and this and that. I am for that, especially Texas. I'm 110% down with that. But you got to understand whenever you're moving that far away, that you're not just moving that far away, you're moving away from your home, your friends you grew up with, this and that. You're moving away from a lot. You really are. And that's fine. Like that could be someone's prerogative. Prerogative, I think that's the word. Prerogative, whatever. That could be their whole thing. That could be their whole shtick is being able to do that and succeed. But when he did move, he moved during a really shitty situation, which was the snowstorm that took out pretty much all of the power to Texas. And he pretty much, like, all of his shit didn't get shipped there until like a month later, I think it was, which is awful. That's an awful thing to go through, especially as like a content creator. Like, you need to be like, semi pumping this shit out pretty quickly. He has liberty because he can kind of take time in between to post and everything and really like work on his stuff. But even then, a month is a lot of time to not be able to, make videos. I have customs. Nice. Yeah, it's a lot of time. It is a lot of time to be not like making videos and shit. Like that's a big deal. It's a very stressful situation whenever you're trying to pump this out and really like work on your career, and you can't because some shitty thing that was out of your control happened. Oh, oh, oh God. Oh yeah. And then in this video he just uploaded, he's talking about how he's been moving like from home to home and this and that because like one thing happened was he was living in a house that he was renting, which, by the way, try not to ever do that. Like, just as like a tip of advice to everybody that's around my age range of like 16 to like 25, 24, even 20 to 24, that. But don't try not to rent because those landlords will always fuck you over, which is what happened to him. He got fucked over big time. The landlord, from his video, from what I could put together, is he basically was just like chilling, and his landlord's like, okay, well, I sold the house. Like, while you're living in it, I just sold the house. Get out. It's like, if that's really how that went down, fuck that guy, because that is such a shitty fucking thing to do, especially to someone so young that has no clue what they're doing. Like, how fucking dare you? Like literally just sold the house, bye. Maybe one day I'll get to talk to Schlatt and know the full story. Maybe he's in the wrong. Probably not, but these things happen, as losers would say. Oh gosh, I'm trying to. Oh, okay. Ooh. And so having all that shit happen to you, it's not a fun thing. and especially having that type of stuff happen around you, it like it makes you envelop a mindset of like this shit's just gonna keep happening. What's the point? And on top of that, he had, he said in his video that he had ideas, like falling apart. He had an idea where he was gonna take a bunch of friends to Europe to try and see some like monkey balls or some shit of a statue. I'm cutting in real quick. This is actually a little editor's note. I watched a couple more of his videos. So basically, what I'm about to say is still valid. I still think it's a really good thing to talk about. But the reason his plans fell through is because United Airlines or whatever fucking sucks. Which you can always expect corporations to suck. Don't ever trust corporations. Anyways, back to your scheduled programming, I guess. Which my advice right there would be, and this just goes to everybody who has friends, which, the people who make the plans and stuff for the friend groups would know this, is you're going to have friends shit out on you all the time. I've planned 2 trips this year that didn't fall through. The other ones fell through because we're poor 20-year-olds. But the reason that, some of the other plans fall through is like, we'll have the money, we'll have everything set, we'll have the reservation. And then the people, like some of the friends just decide, well, I can't go, last minute. They didn't tell you about a certain, thing that happened or this or that. They tell you last minute. It happens all the time. Or maybe people just don't feel up to it. They said that they felt up to it during, and then once it got closer to the date, it was something where they were like, I don't want to. And that's bullshit. It is complete and total bullshit, but it's something that happens. He had a couple other things fall through because his cat ate a bunch of magnets. I've never had that problem. I've never had my cats. I have 5 cats. I've never had any of them eat magnets. So that's definitely a first. I've heard of that. But you can always expect dumb shit to happen with your animals. What was it? What was it that happened? I had something happen with one of my animals. What are you doing? Oh, PPSH. I had something happen with one of my animals where I had to spend a lot of money on them. I think my older dog, got a tumor, which really sucks. And I had to spend a lot of money to get her checked out for one. It was like $150 fucking dollars to get her checked out. And then I had another dog that got sick. No. He didn't have his shots and he needed to get neutered. And we did both of those. It cost $400. Always expect that shit to be way overpriced because it is overpriced. And so having all that shit crash down on you, it's definitely something that it boggles you down. It makes you feel really shitty, It makes you feel super unmotivated. And on top of that, you start to have ideas where you're like, he has the weekly slap where he started talking about how he felt unqualified to talk about the things he was talking about, which I can completely understand because you have a bunch of emotional teenagers and 20-year-olds who are coming to you for like basically parental advice, like stuff that people 20 years older than us should be like giving and handing out. It's not something for us to do for especially hundreds or thousands of people. He gets a lot of views on those videos. And so you don't want to be leading anybody in the wrong way. Which that might be something I feel later on since I kind of did, steal this idea of a series from him, I guess, in a way. The only thing that isn't identity theft in my situation is I'm playing the game rather than, talking over it later, which I'm pretty sure that's what he does. But, besides that, you feel very unqualified and, all of this stuff leads into feeling very replaceable because, most people, unless you're like a fucking sociopath, you don't like to give yourself a lot of credit. You don't like to talk good about yourself because why would you? It's just human nature to, not want to talk good about yourself, to want to downplay your achievements. He started talking about how he felt replaceable. Don't ever get into that mindset. It's a stupid mindset. And whether my phone's going off, whether or not, he ever sees this or ever hears these things, or you're suffering with the same thing, it's okay to doubt yourself. It's fine. It's fine to have emotions. You're allowed to be a person, but don't let it boggle your mind. That's when you start being stupid. You've got to learn the healthy like in between of being like, well, I could be better at something, when also being understanding of like I am pretty good. Also, I am also pretty okay. I'm not terrible. I'm decent. You know, I'm not this horrible, terrible person that I may think I am. I'm actually pretty dope. Or, you know, I'm good at this one thing or this or that. Oh shit, he fucking died. You know, it's okay to have emotions, but you can't let it go too far. It's not something that's good to have. And so just to say real quick, Jay Schlatt's very much not fucking replaceable. Like yeah, like there are other funny guys out there, but like you're fucking different, bro. Just understand it. Like you're a different type of funny. Like I've never had YouTubers that every single one of my friends loves. You know, I've had YouTubers that some of my friends think are shitty and some of my friends think are really good. But I've never had ones that are, this guy's cheating. I've never had ones where, you know, everybody has unanimously agreed, like, this guy is fucking awesome. Like, he is hilarious as shit and he is good at his job. It's never happened. Other than maybe like PewDiePie, and even then, like the bigger YouTubers that most people do like, even then, they're not always like fully accepted by everybody. And so you definitely, if you ever see this, which I guarantee you won't, but if you ever do, like, you're not replaceable, bro. You're not even a little bit. Like, just straight up, just straight up. And feeling like you have bad luck is another thing that he touched on, which is completely understandable. You know, I used to feel that way a lot of the time too. And I'm only 20. I'm not trying to act like I'm some type of, you know, messiah, God kid that knows everything. You know, I definitely don't. I'm definitely still learning a lot of stuff on my own too. But that is definitely one thing I used to struggle with. I used to struggle with feeling... I'm getting shat on, by the way. I used to struggle with thinking that, you know, God was out to get me. And that, you know, I just was never going to have any type of good luck. And that I was always just going to be eating shit, you know, that I was never going to be able to get any type of upper hand on anything. And it's just not true. It's just not true. You know, you're going to have bad days. You're going to have good days. You're going to have ideas that, you know, go through and they're amazing. And you're going to have ideas that shit out because it fucking happens. It just fucking happens. You can't control it. It sucks. It really does. I really wish that I could say that there was a way that you can make surefire that every single one of your ideas was always going to play out. I wish there was, but there's just not. You've just, every time you go into it, you've got to, you know, try and do your best. You don't do a good enough job, you know, you got to promise you'll do better to yourself later on. Holy shit. Oh, God, that just went off. That's just something you got to do. It's just something you got to do. It's a lot of BS. And I'm not going to turn this into my problem, obviously. Again, I'm not trying to clickbait off of his name or anything, because why the fuck would I ever do that? You know, it's understandable why people would think that, but at the same time, I'm never gonna try and do some shit like that. That's just not my style. I even have a hard time telling my friend Lance, who's in a lot of my videos, that I posted one in fear that he thinks I'm trying to, you know, get him to try and, you know, give me a boost or some shit. I want to do this all on my own. And it's definitely not my problem. You know, I'm not dealing with the same things that he is, but I find it very relatable. I find it as very much a thing where it's like, damn, you know, I feel a lot of what he's saying. You know, I feel super unmotivated a lot of times. I feel like, you know, I'm not really getting a whole lot done. I feel like a bum. And I think he never said he felt like a bum. I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. And maybe he does feel like a bum. Maybe he doesn't. I don't really fucking know. But I can relate to his message. I definitely can. It's definitely something that, you know, a lot of people struggle with, but it's something I can relate to on a deeper level. And I just want to put my opinion out there because I feel the same way a lot of the time. And honestly, I don't know what else I can really touch on. And I'm actually I need to get to work here soon. But I guess just like in the long run, you know, if you're ever feeling that way, and, you know, if, say, by some fucking miracle that Schlatt sees this video, which I guarantee you we won't, maybe years from now, maybe if I get, like, big and he sees it, or maybe he'll never see it, I don't really care. To you or to anybody that may be struggling with this type of thing, you got to realize that the time is finite, you know? Like, things are going to go bad, things are going to go good, you know? And obviously you know that. Like, everybody knows that. There's, like, you know, I'm kind of preaching to the choir in the sense that it's like everybody fucking knows it. I'm not spouting anything new. This is something that people have been saying for a very long time, and it's something that people discover on their own in their own time. But you've just got to find it in yourself to realize that at a certain point, where it's like, you know, maybe my life isn't absolutely bad luck all the time. Maybe it's not meant to be a shit show. Maybe I do have a little bit of control over the situations I find myself in. Maybe a lot of things. And you should always try to have a very positive mindset going into things. You always go into something with a bad mindset, it's never going to work out, you know. And even if it does, you still will not give yourself the credit or give the situation the credit that it deserves. With that, I guess I'll end this video. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, and thank you for watching another one of these videos. I was actually able to put out 5 videos last week, which I'm very proud of. Very happy with myself because I have never done that before. And they were quality videos. I actually liked every single one. You know, a lot of times I kind of hate them. There was 1 or 2 that I was, you know, it's okay. But I at least liked them. There were like 1 or 2 that I really liked. And with time, you know, after watching them a couple times, I do watch my own videos. Suck it. I liked them a lot more. So I was able to do that. I'm gonna do it again this week, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm gonna put out more than COD this week because I want to. I don't want to be putting out COD every single day. You know, it's just, I guess, fun, but I don't want that to be me. You know, it's COD's okay, but in doses. You know. But with that, I guess I'll end the video. Sorry for making you watch me do shit in World at War and talking about a YouTuber that you may or may not watch. I hope that my words were able to at least touch the people that watch this. You know, if you want to talk about your experiences, go in the comments below. It doesn't really matter. But anyways, I'm going to go to work. You guys have a nice rest of your day.